Alright, welcome to the Figway, June 8th. And first thing you may notice is just a bunch of cicada noise. I don't know how well it shows or comes through on the microphone, but man, it is loud out here with cicadas. This brood, they're smaller in size than the one that came through a couple years ago, and they really love to hang out on the fig trees. And actually, there's one right here, I'll show you. So these ones, they're not nearly as large. They have smaller red eyes versus the real giant-eyed ones. And like I said, the previous cicadas didn't care at all for the fig trees. These ones do like to hang out on the fig trees. I don't know that they're doing any damage, but they're all over the place and they're super loud. So hopefully they're coming to an end here at the end of June. It has been raining like crazy here, and it's causing the breba to be, they're all watery. You can see a couple here that are getting really huge, and they're splitting too. You see one splitting there. So the breba have not been very good. They've been all watered down with all this rain lately. Show you the trees. All right, Angelito over here. It's putting on, trying to find, there we go. Okay, so yeah, putting on good sized main crop figs at every node. Really productive variety and delicious. A great Adriatic fig. This is one that I did a heading cut on. And the scaffolds are just really growing great. Those are over 3-foot scaffolds. And good shape there for Angelito this year. All right, next is Ondata, another great tasting fig. Still has one breba that I keep saying any day now, but it's still not ready yet. But the main crop are getting good size, plenty of figs all over it. This was a great tree last year and the last couple of years. Good tasting figs on Data. All right. New acquisition, Exquisito. I'm air laying off the right side there from my buddy Ryan. I don't think there's any figs growing on this little guy yet. So give it some more time. Exquisito. Black Manzanita, this was one of my last ones to put on figs this year, but they are doing well now. Plenty of figs set on Black Manzanita there. Here's one of my favorite varieties last year, Libricha. Good size main crop figs on this one, and plenty of them. One of my tastiest varieties last season. Right there in the Richa. Little starter tree here. Col de Dame Gris. Not doing much. Just the beginning of a cutting there. It's cousin Col de Dame Gigantina. Similar, just starting off here. Maybe a little double bump down there, but small little starter tree here, Col de Dame Gigantina. Borgesat Grease still has a couple breba. I think this one maybe, and this one. But the main crop are great size around it. It's getting hard to tell what's breba and what's main crop. These ones I think are all main crop. This one's always a good variety too. Borgesat Grease right there. Okay, Borgesat Negra Ramada. Beautiful figs. Getting decent size on those main crop, and those are just beauties. With that dark and light green stripes. So that's Borgesat Negra Ramada. Next to that is Cavalieri, one of my favorite tasting figs. Just like the others, putting on plenty of main crop and getting decent size now. Always look forward to when Cavalieri ripen. One of my later ripening ones, but worth the wait on these guys. Next to it, Craven's Craving, Black Madeira type. Just like the others, putting on main crop, good size now. Delicious fig. Black Madeira figs always are, and it's productive. Always kind of bunches at the end there. There's Craven's Craving. Colonel Littman's Black Cross next to it. I love the shape of this tree, it looks great. And great. These are getting good size too in the main crop now. So really looking forward to Colonel Littman's Black Cross. Behind it, Bass's favorite fig. It's still holding a few Breba. Most of these are all main crop. This one is one of those fused ones. It's not like a mule fig where there's one growing out of the top of the other, but they're just more at the base of the fig where they're fused. We'll see how that ripens. That'll be any good, but it's always interesting seeing anomalies like that. Genovese Nero. Main crop all over, good size. Very productive, looking good. And yeah, it's the same, it has one or two Breba still left on it. But yeah, actually this one here is a Breba right down here. But the main crop are getting almost the same size right now. The one I showed you at the beginning that had like the splitting, this is Amarcord. Like I said, these have been really watered down, but giant figs. The other one was 88 grams, the first one I had. These ones are probably getting close to it. So hopefully I'll get a few good Breba on this. This is Ronde Bordeaux. I've had a couple of Breba off of this also. See the main crop here. It's not, it really doesn't have as much fruit set as some of the other trees. It has a decent amount, but it's not growing like gangbusters. Some smaller figs growing up there. But same, when these Breba ripened for me, they were just much larger than normal and watered down. So not great tasting Breba this year off of that. Perejal Ramada. Another beautiful fig. And this one's pretty productive this year. Looks like figs at every node. Decent size main crop growing on it. This is a taller tree. I think I'm gonna maybe change the shape. I'm gonna, at the end of the season, cut it. Those scaffold branches, because they're just getting pretty high. I'm gonna try again with the shape on that, scaffold branches. Behind it here, this is LSU Oulier. There's all the main crop. This had a few Breba that were okay. They're the best Breba that I've had this year, but that's not saying much. They were still kind of watered down, but not the best, not like the main crop. Yep. Yeah, I'll go. I'll cut off my video here. This is Smith. Just loaded with good sized main crop. Smith, one of my largest trees, one of my oldest. I have it in a 25 gallon. And hundreds of figs all over it. Very similar to my white Madeira behind it here, which is usually maybe even slightly more productive. You can see all those beautiful main crop figs up it. All over, branch after branch. Good sized main crops, white Madeira. Those two, Smith and white Madeira, are just excellent figs for me. I have them in the 25 gallon pots. Alright, I'm gonna stop the tour here, go do some grocery shopping, but that's the progress. June 8th.